You're watching the final part, boo, boo, of 1HEART Live, offering a slice of the best entertainment culture and people from around the island. How you guys doing?
Good.
Yeah, it's been so good having you on the hot seat. Delia, tell me, how has Caribbean television progressed or not progressed for you? Do you think we need to be doing more? Do you think we're at the right place?
You know, when you say we, I want to know who we is. Is that the filmmakers, the producers? Because I think we have, I know we have so much talent.
Absolutely.
Our problem is the people who we need to help us to survive, they don't believe in what we can do. They don't want to put money into the training. They don't want to put money into, they don't understand how expensive and how timely certain things are. I say this, I mean, I love the Caribbean, everybody knows. But I remember when I went across to St. Lucia for St. Lucia Jazz as BBC, I was treated like royalty.
Absolutely, yeah.
When I went and I attended St. Lucia Jazz and all the other Caribbean, as a Caribbean editor, it was different. As a TV producer and presenter now that has a show that goes through all the Caribbean islands in the US and into coming into the UK, the people, the Caribbean sponsors or potential sponsors, they're only interested when I say, I'm going to be in New York. Right. The show's in New York, the show's in London. And when I say that, everyone wants to support me. Right. And I'm very, very loyal to the Caribbean. And I am not interested in sponsors' money. Now, when we say generally speaking, there are some great documentaries coming out of the Caribbean. And all those producers have got to fund it mostly themselves. We do have some stable people like Lime and Digicel, the telecommunications providers, who do something. But most of the time, the companies want to pay you with their services. Oh, I'll give you cases of water. That doesn't pay the crew.
Absolutely.
You know, I'll give you cases and stuff of, but that doesn't pay the crew.
Well, do you know what? What you're saying is completely true. I mean, the thing is, though, that's why 1HEART is doing what we're doing, to create a platform for people like ourselves. So we're the ones flying the flag right now. Kudos to us, and I think that deserves a little round of applause. But, you know, we need more like this. Absolutely, Delia, I completely agree. Nyah, so we're talking about the rise and falls of the industry. What's been your hardest part and what's been the most positive part of your career so far?
I think the hardest part in my journey is seeing people come and go. You know, when you're at the top of your game and you're buzzing, it's like everybody wants to come round for dinner when you've got this big, you know, the rice and peas and the fried chicken, and as soon as you're down to your beans and toast, you notice who the real people were there, you know. And I think that's probably the hardest part. One of the good things, I think, or most positive things, is probably that I'm still here, you know. I'm still fighting. I've just released my 4th EP. It's called Royalty. Make sure you get it. It's
amazing,
on iTunes.
yeah, on iTunes, right?
Yeah, or it's on everywhere, Amazon, all digital platforms. Yeah, and I'm still here. I'm still fighting. I'm still as hungry as the first day I recorded my first ever track. I'm still as, excited as the first day I designed my first ever T-shirt. And I'm still here, and I still got a long way to go. So that's what I'm most proud of.
You're climbing that ladder.
Yeah,
good for you, girl. Girl power and all that. To Delia as well, don't you reckon? Girl power?
Girl power.
I love a bit of girl power, absolutely. Levi, I'm not leaving you out, though, but even you've been saying... Not a mercy, we're just going to say that forever. Of course, you, though, have been saying you want to see more women of colour, more visible in the media, in the arts, in the art forms, in music.
Absolutely. I think it's a great time for us, you know, as a people, especially within music and with the food, which I excel in those areas. I think for the music, I think it's a long time now that we've relied too much on the music. So I really don't want to talk about that part of the thing. I think about business is where it's at for us. For me, if I look at where Afro-Caribbean people, black people, or wherever it is looking towards the future, it has to be about entrepreneurship. I don't think that we've concentrated on those areas enough. For us, it's always been about the other things that we like to fix up about.
Sport, music.
Yes, but if we're talking about world domination, where the rest of the world is and where they concentrate on, it's got to be about business and finance. And I think until we get our world wrapped around that as a people, we'll always be second best. If you want to be first best, it's got to be about entrepreneurship, about business and enterprise.
Can I ask a question or a request?
Sure.
Will you do a business show with 1HEART Live or 1HEART TV?
Absolutely.
Yeah,
When?
you heard it. You heard it. You heard it.
Let's do it.
We are
Let's do it.
absolutely
Yeah.
going to hold you to that. Brilliant. So what's next for you, Levi?
Oh, next, a whole heap of things. You know, we've just released my album, my album called Rise Above, because it's been 8 years of just singing the one reggae sauce song, which I got actually sick and tired of singing for
So
so
you're not
long.
going to do a little bit for us? Princess Nyah could do some little bits, some ad-libs.
What I wanted to do is to go away and create a soundtrack for people to know that the music was the inspiration behind the whole food empire. So I wanted to get back to the things that I love the most. You know, the most passionate thing to me was about the music. And then we've got the restaurant coming pretty soon. We're opening in November. As I said before, in
Westfield, Stratford, right?
Stratford. So it's a massive thing, not just for me, but for Caribbean food.
Absolutely.
In its entirety. I think Caribbean food has made such leap and bounds over the past few years that investors are falling over themselves nowadays to invest in Caribbean food. So for people that are out there who perhaps say, thinking about, I want to get into the business, it's the perfect time for you to do that. But you've got to make sure that your business plan is right and get that mentor on board to help you through those hard times.
So you're teaching people the things that you didn't quite know in the beginning.
Yeah, absolutely. Because I think business is, as I said, something is that you're born as an entrepreneur, but I do think you can also learn it as well. There are certain skills that you can learn, but you have to be born with that natural instinct that you want to be the best of you. For the rest of it, I think a mentor can do that. People like myself now, even I get mentored, you know. I always said that Michael Jackson, the greatest dancer in the world, always needed a coach. So and it's the same thing with entrepreneurship. You never actually get there. You always need somebody to help you sort of push you to that next level.
Absolutely. Princess Nyah, do you have a mentor?
Yeah, I have several mentors, you know.
Oh.
Yeah, I have like a couple within my music and some for my business as well. I think that it's an amazing thing to have, and I offer, like, I mentor a few people myself because I feel like it's really important to give back. And as you said, it's like you can be born an entrepreneur, but the life lessons or failures that you go through are the things that teach you and toughen you up. So if I can help someone coming up to curb a few failures and, you know, not make as many mistakes as I did, then I'm happy to do so.
Absolutely. And Delia, you mentor? Do you mentor people at all?
Well, I'm actually mentoring my audience, my viewers, and because of that, my show is taking a different turn. I got a lot of people always asking me to help them. And I find that a lot of us, doesn't matter where we live, we suffer with low self-esteem and we just don't know how, we're stuck in this rut and we just stay still. And we sometimes think things should come to us. So I'm actually, and I'm, you know, in terms of mentoring, my husband, my father, my brother, my children, those are the people who
mentor you and you mentor. So it's sharing the love. Well, listen, guys, thank you so much. It's been brilliant having you here. Big shout out to Delia Dolor, everyone. A big shout out to Princess Nyah. And of course, Mr. Reggae himself, Levi Roots. I tell you what, it's been a brilliant show as well. Big thanks to Solomon Smith from the Brixton Soup Kitchen. 1HEART Live will be back on 1HEART TV Sky 199 next Tuesday at 7:30 p.m. I'm Leah Charles-King and I've loved having you with us today. So thank you so much. Good night. God bless. Bye-bye. Thank you, guys. It was wicked.